welcome back to my channel. I am Danielle and I am so glad that you're here today. If you're new to this channel, I lost 100 pounds doing Weight Watchers, and so I love to be able to help others in their journey. It took me forever to finally get the courage and the strength to be able to lose weight, and I want to be able to help others if that's something they desire as well. So today I want to make some different appetizers with you guys. I have a couple events going on that I just want to be prepared for and bring some healthy low point options. I do Weight Watchers. I focus a lot on points. A lot of these are just low calorie options as well. So I'm going to start by making these fruit kebabs. Fruit is 0 points on Weight Watchers, so I love to bring fruit and vegetables to different parties. This just makes it look more fun and appetizing. So I oftentimes will use kebab skewers, but I couldn't find any today. So I have these lollipop sucker containers, so any kind of stick will do. And then I just cut up my fruit. For the strawberries, I just cut the ends off and then we'll slide it on. I add the strawberry first, just because it's big and I can hold on to it. And then just add different fruits. I was gonna use some pineapple, but my pineapple went bad already, so I wasn't able to do that. But you can just push it on like that. It just makes a nice appetizing appetizer. That was a lot of apps. But yeah, you can use any kind of fruit that you want. I just happen to have blueberries, strawberries, oranges, and of course strawberries. That one's a little bit big. I think we'll add a blueberry on top here to top it off. So there, that's it. Super easy, very appealing to the eye, and a nice snack for an appetizer. I'll continue to make these. I'm gonna make about 10 just to have options for different people. All right, now that those are put together, we're just gonna put them in a container and we can seal it until we need them. I love these because they're just very pretty, 0 points, and everyone loves fruit. It's just nice to have them in a pretty way. Next, we're gonna make some loaded baked potatoes. So I washed these potatoes and I'm just poking some holes in them so that they don't explode. And then I'm actually gonna air fry them. The outside gets super crispy and yummy. Very good for the loaded baked potatoes because it's a little bit more firm than if you do it in the oven. It is really good in the oven as well, but you'll find in the air fryer, they're just a little bit crispier. So I'm just gonna poke these holes and then I will bake them at 450 for about 30 minutes. I'll check them in 15 minutes and flip them over, but for now I'll put them in the air fryer.
450, and then we'll set it for 30 minutes. There we go.
It's been about 15 minutes since I put the potatoes in the air fryer, and so I just flipped them just so that they get done evenly on both sides. The Instant Pot just dinged. So we'll pull these out and we'll just see, yep, they're perfect. They're soft. We are gonna bake these just for a short time, so it's okay if they're not like completely done, but they feel good. Now that our potatoes are done, I let them cool a little bit and we're gonna cut them in half. And I leave them in the air fryer because this outside here is a little bit crunchier than it would be in the oven. These turned out perfectly. The bake time varies a little bit based on how big your potatoes are. This one I had cut in two to make sure it was done. And then we're just gonna scoop out the middle, leaving just the edges, about 1/4 of an inch of the edge you'll wanna leave. And then once that is done, we will add, I use cashew milk just because it's so low in points. So I'm gonna add a splash of cashew milk. You can use whatever milk you want. It just depends on how many points you want. So I'm gonna add about half a cup of Greek yogurt. And then about a tablespoon of chives. I love chives. And then I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of bacon bits. I think bacon bits add a lot of flavor, so I like adding a decent amount of bacon bits. And then 2 tablespoons of this queso. This queso is my absolute favorite. Cheese is so high in points, and I just find this goes such a long way for how many points it is. And that's it. Then we'll mix it together. And you have your topping. So then you can just put this inside your potatoes. And then I will bake this just to get everything warm. So probably 5 minutes at 350, and it will be good to go. And then I'm gonna top with a little bit of bacon bits and chives just to add a little bit more character to it. You definitely wouldn't have to do this. I just want it to look pretty. And then I do have some salsa too. If you want to add salsa, you can. I am not today because this looks perfect. And then some chives. And then I'm gonna throw it in the oven right before I serve it. So I'm actually good with this for now. And then we'll leave it like this until we serve it. For our next recipe, we are going to make some pumpernickel cream cheese, top it with some cucumbers. So I have 2 ounces of cream cheese, and then I'm just gonna do equal parts of 0% fat yogurt, just to bulk it up a little bit. And then I'm gonna mix that together. And then we're gonna add some ranch seasoning. I just add a sprinkle of that to give it some good flavor. The ranch seasoning is 0 points, so it adds a lot of flavor for obviously 0 points. And then we'll take our pumpernickel bread, and these are 2 points for a slice, and I'm going to cut them in half, and so they'll only be 1 point. So one of these appetizers will be 2 points a piece, 3 points for 2 pieces. So you get quite a bit. It's very filling. It's surprisingly filling just because you get bread and quite a bit of topping. So I'm just gonna put the cream cheese yogurt mixture on top of the bread. You'll wanna do this the day of just because the bread will get soggy if you do it ahead of time. So a lot of times I'll just mix this cream cheese mixture up ahead of time and then actually put it on the bread when I'm serving it. And I'm having a smaller get together, so I'm only gonna do 6 appetizers. So we'll do it like that. And then we're gonna cut some cucumbers. And then we'll put the cucumbers on top. And then you can do bacon bits on top of that if you want to. It's really whatever your preference is. I love bacon bits because they add a lot for very low points. So I think I'm going to add some of these and then leave some without just so people have options. So I'm gonna add some bacon bits. They add a lot of character and a lot of flavor for low points. If you add bacon bits, they are gonna be 2 points per slice versus 3 points for 2 slices. But I think they add a lot of flavor and they're very appealing looking wise. And these are our beautiful appetizers. Now we are gonna move on to some stuffed mushrooms. These come out to 1 point a piece and they are so yummy. So we're gonna start by using some low-fat cream cheese. I have 2 different things I'm gonna use this for, so I am going to just heat up this whole thing. We're only gonna use 4 ounces, half of this for the mushrooms, but I'll need the other anyways, so I'm just gonna do it all right now. And then we'll just put it in the microwave. And then we'll just put it in the microwave. Right, so our cream cheese is softened. Oop. And I'm going to take just half of it out for a different recipe we're gonna make. So I have the 4 ounces of cream cheese, and then we're gonna do 1 tablespoon of Parmesan cheese. I don't have fresh chives, so I just have them already dried. So I'm gonna do 1 tablespoon of that. You can use fresh as well. It's probably a little more flavorful if you do fresh, but I can't seem to keep anything fresh these days. That's what works for us, is just to do dried. And then 1 tablespoon of breadcrumbs. And then you can do 2 pieces of center cut bacon, or I just use bacon bits. And I'm gonna do 3 tablespoons of bacon bits. And then we'll mix that together. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. And then we'll put it in a plastic bag. You can just scoop it into your mushrooms as well. This just keeps it a little bit cleaner and a little bit easier. And then we'll seal this. Cut an end big enough so that your chives and bacon can get out. So now we'll cut out our mushrooms. So I'm just gonna take these stems out to make room for the sauce.
Make room for the cream cheese.
All right, so we'll take our cream cheese and we'll just squirt it in. I have some cream cheese left over because I didn't have a ton of mushrooms, but I'll just save that for a different time. I'm gonna put them in the oven at 350 for 15 minutes. Our timer went off for the mushrooms. We will take them out, and they look scrumptious. Okay, moving on to the last recipe. We are going to make some sweet peppers and put some cream cheese and everything but bagel seasoning on top. These are nice because they're crunchy and just give a lot of flavor. So I'm just gonna cut out the insides of the peppers. I like these mini peppers just because they are easy to hold when you're eating them. And my kids love sweet peppers, and the kids where I'm going love sweet peppers, so it works out well. I'm gonna take out all the seeds. And I washed these ahead of time when I got them so that we could just pull them out and eat them. So these are already washed. So we'll just take out the insides. And now we'll just put them on a plate. And I try to get off any seeds I can. You can even wash them again just to get some of the seeds off. So we'll put them on a plate. Now I have 2 ounces of cream cheese, and I'm just gonna do double that and do the 0% fat yogurt just to add a little bit more bulk to the cream cheese without any planks. And then we're gonna put it in a baggie. This is my favorite little trick. As you can tell, I've done it a lot. I'll just put it in a baggie and then cut another slit in it. Instead of scooping it in, you can easily scoop it too. It just works so well doing it this way. And we'll just cut a little hole, this time a little less than before since we don't have bacon in it yet. and we'll just scoop it in. All right, now that we have the cream cheese added, we will top it however you want. I love this everything but bagel seasoning. You can get it at Trader Joe's, Target, wherever. So I'll just sprinkle on this on some of them. And then you can also do bacon bits with feta. So I'll do a little bit of that as well. It's nice to have options. The feta does add a little bit of extra calories. So just in case people want a little lower calorie option, I will do some with just the everything but bagel seasoning. I'm actually gonna do a couple more with the everything but bagel seasoning. And then also sprinkle a little bit of feta on the bacon ones. Whoopsie. That looks so good. Do these not look incredible? So these are the bacon ones, obviously, and the everything but bagel ones. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope I was able to give you some new appetizers that you can bring to some different holiday events. If you could, please subscribe down below and like this video. I hope you all have a great day. Happy holidays!